and 2 silver medal in track and field athletic, 1,500 and 800 running. Officially, if the United Kingdom, the Elizabeth Queen said we will not participate in the Olympic Games, and they're coming without the permission of the Queen of Great Britain. Who are they? The patriot of Great Britain, or who go against the British Olympic Committee? Because this is also diplomat. What is the better? Didn't participate or participate? Now also we have many like this example, like 92 in Barcelona, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, 12 social countries also come to Barcelona, participated under the Olympic flags. But it was possible that only Baltic countries, 3 participated under their own countries. This is very positive. Now we have refugees team, but also time to time we have many athletes who cannot come to participate because the government boycott, like Cuba athletes. 12 years did participate in the Olympic Games in 1890 because Fidel Castro decided, no, we're against something, we're against the United States. What do you think? We need to find some more option, like give possibility, for example, for this athlete to participate. I also, for example, in 1984, when I was ready to participate in Olympic Games in Los Angeles, but the Soviet Union said, we will not participate it because the United States didn't come to Moscow. We also will not go to Los Angeles and what. But I don't have any friends with the aircraft who can to bring me to Los Angeles. Thank you.
You're right, and dealing with those Olympic Games of Moscow in 1980, the situation in my country, in the country of Philippe and Nicole, the Belgian Olympic Committee, the Belgian government decided not to participate, and the Belgian Olympic Committee said, we are independent, we go to the Olympic Games. And one of our famous judokas, Robert van der Wark, became Olympic champion judo with the Olympic anthem and with wearing a tracksuit that was not Belgian, but Olympic Committee of Belgium. So my belief is that if we really want to achieve this universal participation of athletes in the Games, we have to find those solutions that were found in 1992 with former Yugoslavia, in more recent years with the Olympic refugee team, and of course we have another situation nowadays with the independent neutral athletes, which is also a way to give them the opportunity to participate under conditions, but they are not wearing their national flag, they are not having their national anthem. I would say, from a personal point of view, that this is the soft diplomacy that sport is able to achieve. One more point, maybe, is that in the context of the Games of 1980, there was also the situation of international federations saying my athletes will compete or my athletes will not compete. We had a very well-known case for Philippe and for myself in Belgium, where an equestrian athlete couldn't participate in the Games in Moscow because she was allowed by the Belgian Olympic Committee, she was not allowed by the Belgian Equestrian Federation. So it's quite complicated in some situations. Thank you. Yes, the mic, please. Yeah. The button should be green.
But yes, thank you. Thank you for your fantastic presentation, first of all. You gave us many questions with the proper answers. But additionally, for the last question, I'd like to remind you many samples we can give. All of us here in this room can remember many other samples that sports and politicians are not sincere all around the world, regardless of any country. So IOC is the governing body of sports. Should govern sports, first of all. And the question is to you, can sports compete with politics? With policy?
Very good question. Can sport compete with politics? I would say yes, in a limited way. And the limited way is the capacity of sports to bring athletes together, whatever their origin is. But of course, once the politics comes into sport, you will have problems and situations where you will have to deal with. Boycotts are a very good example. These are decisions from the states and not from the sport, while sport has to adapt to those decisions afterwards. So, yes, I was not giving you an idealistic view of what sport diplomacy can achieve. I just said sport can help. Sport will never be the starting point. Okay.
More questions?
Thank you.
No question. Once again, thank you very much. Please, one big applause for our Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, all participants. I hope that you have enough energy for two presentations and round table that we have in the second part of this part of the conference. My name is Romana Caputu-Bunica. I am a member of the Croatian Fair Play Committee, and it is my pleasure to introduce next speaker, Mr. Ivan Sklementiev. He is a former very successful sportsman, a three-time Olympic champion in the canyon sprint, who has made his career in Riga as a city councillor for the National Harmony Party, and he's been a member of the Seima, the Parliament of the Republic of Latvia, since 2006. So we have in one person, former very successful artist and politician. Floor is yours. He will present of the European Olympic Academy.
Dear friends, dear President of the European Fair Play Movement, first of all, on behalf of our European Olympic Academies, I would like to congratulate you with your 35 years of anniversary and wish to you all the best, and that from 40 members you will become as full European countries, 50 members, and still continue also your job, what you're doing, because it's never will be too less or too much. It's the peace become all times more fragile and more fragile, and we need to talking about this, and we need to do everything just we will living in the peaceful atmosphere and peaceful world, or at least European Union. Ramon, thank you for your presentation. You say I'm a 3 times Olympic champion, I am 3 times Olympic medalist, it will be correct. I am double silver medalist and 7 times world champion in canoeing sports. Yes, I begin my active sport in Latvia, but Latvia at that time was under the Soviet Union time, and I was said in 1984 I was ready to start it in Los Angeles, but the Soviet Union boycotted games, and I needed to work in 4 years more, and we came to the Seoul Olympic Games. I won canoe single 1,000 meters there. Then in 91, after the collapse of Soviet Union, 3 multi-countries, the independent, the freedom, and we get permission from IOC session in Berlin, September 1991, to get our own team, but with the athletes number at that I said how was the last Olympic Games was participated Baltic country in Berlin 1936. In Latvia that was 35 places, and we decided we will send to Barcelona 30 athletes and 5 officials. So it was very difficult, but we gave Latvia getting Barcelona 2 silver and 1 bronze medal. One of them was silver medal mine. How you say also, I was politician from 2000. I was 40 years in the seat of Council Riga, and then from 2006 until 2022, I was member of the Parliament Latvia. Now, the last 2 years, I'm without any political party. I'm just, how say, the sport functionary. Before we founded our European Olympic Academy, we also organized several meetings, conferences, congresses. One of them was in Baku, another was in Minsk, one was in Sofia. And then only in 2008 we decided, no, we need to organize our European Olympic Academy, because if the International Olympic Academy was founded in 1961, so we did it. And 24 countries come to the Ljubljana, to Slovenia, in September, and we decided, everybody decided that yes, it should be Association of European Olympic Academy. And we elected right side the voter at the board at that time. Now we are changing the board, but still people is the same, still people are changing. But the president here, Professor Manfred Lammer, still 2 years ago he was re-elected as president, and we love him so much. What is our aim and vision of European Olympic Academies? To be a leading organization for the promoting and dissemination of the Olympic ideal and values, Olympic culture and heritage through education and collaboration across Europe. The European Olympic Academy supports its members and enables intellectual nature in cooperation with its partners and other stakeholders. As each of our organizations, they are independent also, they are on the National Olympic committees, but we just coordinated to help, to exchange of the view, what we're doing and what we must be doing. The collaboration, the European Olympic Academy between the National Olympic Academies of Europe on the basis of enforcement and prevention of the Olympic Charter, in close cooperation with the National Olympic Committees, the European Olympic Committees, and the International Olympic Academy, because in each country they are a little bit different. Its organization is, one of them they are totally independent, another under the National Olympic Committee, or another inside the International Olympic Committee, National Olympic Committee. Also, some European countries, they don't know they need to have the National Olympic Academy or no, because they have Olympic programs and organize the Olympic day running, and they think maybe this is enough with this. And we also still working with the many European countries and invite them to become as a member, but they also cannot take some decision. For today, from 50 European countries, we have on the list here 34 countries, plus 2 who are, they are also members, like Russian Olympic Academy and Belarusian Olympic Academy. About 2 years ago, we interrupt the all connection with them, and we're waiting to in the world something will be happening, and they will be returned back to our family. But for today, we have 34. They are more or less academies, but everybody working. In our European Olympic Academy, we have 7 board members, vice president of them, 1 president, treasurer, and the 2 members. Also, we have good governance. Also, we elected Denises Gangas from the Greece, so from the Hellenic Olympic Committee. He has very big experience in the whole life. And he also to keep in touch in our organizations, and if we have some problems, he is also give him his knowledge. What is our activity? It all depends from our financials, but what we do in this year, we organized 7th European Olympic Academic Congress. It was in Olympia. You saw the photos what showed the Ioannidis. And regional seminars, for example, was in 2022 in H in Hungary. We had seminars in Klaipeda, also 2022. And has the plan to organize some seminar in Serbia, but didn't come through, and in Spain also, still in our agenda. We exchanged all information what we have, how working with the European Union project, also because we have contact with the European Parliament Commissions also, and we try to get much more information possible and to get some project to get money from this. We also, according with our status, we have 4 commissions. Each 4 years we re-elected a new one of them. Also, it's like a commission like the Olympic Heritage Commissions, Olympic Education Commission. It's which one? It's connections. Yes. Oh, forget something else. For commission, and they also time to time they're working online, or when we have the conferences, congress, they're also working to get there. Of course, we need that they will be working more closer, more often, but at the beginning the people are very active and then become more passive, because after our organizations were founded, also become the COVID time, and during the 3 years we also was like only working in online, but online is a little bit different, like you working and see each other can touch. This is very short of our organization, but Terry asked me also, can I to tell my experience or my view, how I see how the National Olympic Academy can to contribute for search for peace and conflicts with Olympism and Olympic educations. Yes, our main aim is Olympic educations. Many of countries do a little bit different, but everybody gave one way. What say 100 years ago Pierre de Coubertin, and also we take it the same what was happening in 2,800 years ago. Today, this year, 20 years ago, we visit ancient Olympia seat of council, and the mayor say, just today, this year, we celebrated 2,800 years what happened in the first Olympic Games. 2,800 years. So, how old, I can say, our organization stay in the world. And we believe in the Olympic trust. This is the best what can be. Also, during all these 2,800 years. Because you know also just in 2000 from 2000 years in IOC founded the Olympic Trust Office, Also, and time to time, 1 year, by 2 years, also, International Olympic Committee asked also the all people to pay attention to the Olympic trust, that everybody should stop the war, also to stop the military conflicts, and then the United Nations also adopted this Olympic trust and asked the organization. And I think, I don't know how it was in this year, but I know in London was British Olympic Committee get the best results. 197 countries of the United Nations signed this project. They agree with this criteria. It's a Greek rule. What do we do? For example, in Latvia? Latvia, we have many minority nationality who lives, maybe about 60. And Latvian Olympic Academy was founded 35 years ago, and each year we organize special holidays, special festivals for the minorities, national minority who lives in Latvia. And this also, Latvia was, it was the biggest children, so we have about 700, then it's less, which each year because also the family have less and less children now. But we keep this because this is a good tradition for the whole national minority who lives in the Latvia, and we show with this example that everybody can to live and to play and to do the sports in one room, one big sport stadium. Everybody together, doesn't matter from which nationality you are. And also, we ask this national minority to show you national culture for them, the dancing, the singing something, to show what you want. And we are very open for this. Oh, maybe main principle, maybe this is not main principle because this is one of the main principles of Olympic movement, what we need to do. Or if you want to be in the Olympic family, you need to respect each other, you need to respect the whole religion, you need to respect the whole athlete, doesn't matter which color he have. You need to respect the gender also. Now it's very, very actual in the world. It doesn't matter with the scandals, but also if you stay in the study, you need to respect this one. Because if you will respect another people, the culture of the athletes, they will be respect also your culture, your language, etc. Excellences. No, excellences that mean excellences. We teach the children, we teach the school teachers, we teach the children from the kindergarten also to be excellent. Everybody must be the best one and the best one, maybe. Now, with the new regulation, like I say, I don't like it, this because some people say, no, you cannot to say the children just, this is the best one, or you're not the best one, this is no, but how you can to consider a good result if you say that, no, you're the best, you just begin to do something, you're the best, no. You need to be very clear also to say, okay, you need to work more, but you are a good one, yes. This is excellent. It's the same also with Olympic study also. We need to show them from my view, from your view, that the best result, that you are excellent. You are like a good example for these kids, for everyone. And then you can think that, okay, I am best, if I think I am the good one, excellent. You also should be looking at me. Because many athletes visit many schools, many working groups also, and to show and they are a bit ideal for these people, because everybody watching TV and everybody can to the airport to meet their idols of him, because they are the best one in the world, at least at this moment. friendship as an Olympic value. It's, from my point, it's like, don't say nothing. It's very clear because all athletes to come to Olympic Games need to sign some document. Just I am agree. I agree with this all regulations happening in the Olympic Village in the Olympic Games. I cannot say I will not take the photo with you. This is Olympic way, and also you must be very friendly, not only for us in Olympic Village, but when you go outside of the city, because everybody, this 11,000 of participants in Olympic Games are excellent, the best one from the each nation, and they are like example of the good one. And they present their own country, especially if the athletes go out from the Olympic Village, everyone see from which country you are also. Human rights and the Olympic movement. It's always was problems, so maybe, and it will be also because the world are changing all times, and the IOC and everybody also need to react for this one, and always to find some good solution of what we can to offer for one people or group or for another. It's of course it's the question of the big discussions, but we need to also to teach the children, the athletes. From this, the whole principle, what we teach our Latin Olympic Academy teach the kindergarten, the school children, the teacher. We try to teach also journalists, because very important what journalists write about the Olympic Games or about the Olympic athletes. This is also because not everybody journalists are very educated in all Olympic principles, for example, but they also need to know what we're talking, they're writing about. This is, and also what we cannot to fulfill to teach the active athletes. Because when we ask athletes of some federations, please can you send for us the athletes for our education program, the whole federation say no time, because they're everybody busy, their qualification, their competition, there some camps, no times. But this is not enough. For example, for my Olympic education, I studied in the Physical Culture Institute. 1980, I teach the history of Olympic Games, but my visit was in Olympia only in 1997 when I stopped my official career. This is too late. Better, before you go to Olympic Games, you should come to Olympic Games and to understand better what it means to be Olympians. How said Terry also, just where we need the politics and the sport, it's always go together, yes. Because the sport is ambassador of the peace, it is true also because the athlete can to open many doors to politicians also, and the politicians want to stay with the athlete to take the photo with the medals, if they have medal. If they don't have medal, nobody don't want to take the photo. But the politician used this athlete, the sports also, to show themselves also. From one point, this is normal. From another point, this is, we need also to take benefit from this also. If they want to see us, we also to need to take from them also, from support to sport, what is necessary also for the young generation, for the kids also. Finally, I also invite you, if your country are not a member of the European Olympic Academy, please open our homepage and you can to a free form to send application of your Olympic Academy. We will be looking and to invite you to the General Assembly and you become an assembly member. Okay, thank you very much. If you have questions, I can to answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the very informative presentation. presentation. Any question from the audience? No? Okay, I will ask you something. Okay? In my country, we have Croatian Olympic Academy, we have Croatian Fair Play Committee, and of course we are, let me say, producer of the National Croatian Olympic Committee. And both National Fair Play Committee and Academy are working a lot and cooperate with the School Sports Federation, and one of the results yesterday, our colleague Mirna, she received an award. What do you think, how to this, we have Olympic Academy, we have European Fair Play Movement, National Fair Play Committee, how will somehow on horizontal way be connected and maybe to share knowledge, ideas, future cooperation in the same way to promote Olympism?
I think it's two, from one point, it's two organizations who can working together or can be united. From another side, we have many people who want to be active, who want to work in Olympic education or fair play. So they should be separated, because we also tend to watching how it's beginning from the upstairs, from the International Fair Play Organization. And this is go down. But each country has to take the decision, okay, we will be working together in Croatia. It's aligned also, you are working both under the Croatian Olympic Committee. It's also, but everybody do the same thing. Only you have your vision, I have my vision, how it's going. The principle is the same, yes. Because each nation also can to understand better from your view or from my view. This is, but we need just working, just talking with the people. And for example, like in Germany, have how many? I think 6 to 8 Pierre de Coubertin schools. There's a huge organization. Like Greek participated in the some Olympic education program. 360,000 people Greek. It's very big volume. This is of course like French also showed many thousands of people participating in the Olympic education before the Paris. Okay, they also have a huge money before the Olympic Games. But one times each year we also have the awarding ceremony into nomination and Olympic heritage and Olympic education. And this, for example, the Olympic heritage won the French Olympic Committee because it's no chance, but the Olympic education got the German Olympic Academy and the Greek Olympic Academy. So this is because they also put a huge job for this education. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One big applause. And now I would like to invite and first introduce Mrs. Esmeralda Gonçalves. She is industrial production engineer, ethics and ethics in sport being one of her main areas of interest. She worked in the team of the National Plan for Ethics in Sport at the Portuguese Institute of Sport and Youth. At Esmeralda, she will present good practices in terms of ethics in sport. The floor is yours. Thank you.
So, good afternoon to you all. Let me thank you, the European Fair Play Movement, for once again opening the doors of the Congress for us to share the Portuguese experience on good practice in ethics in sport. I come from the Portuguese Institute of Sports and Youth, And we have a plan that is called the National Plan for Ethics in Sport, that basically is a public policy that was launched in 2012 to promote sports ethics, fair play, values in sport, and to spread them among all, but particularly among children and young people, and try to change behaviors, especially bad behaviors that occurs in sport. How do we do this? So we have the Institute has a regional structure in Portugal with delegations in all 5 of the mainland regions, but we also have partnerships with the Sports Directory in Açores and Madeira Islands, and we have also strong partnerships with the General Directory of Education in Portugal and the educational sports in Portugal. So we do our activity mainly by non-formal and informal education, while we have the General Directory of Education addressing the questions in the formal education. We address 5 different areas in regular activities. We perform awareness and training sessions direct to young people, students, and athletes in clubs, coaches, managers, parents, and we involve more than 100,000 participants every year. We also have contests directed to the young people in school, but also to the media, to newspapers, radio, television, and also contests directed to the investigators in universities and higher education institutes that that award topics related to ethics and fair play in sport. We are present in several sports events, from a local basis to national level, made several publications from flyers to booklets to books, both in digital and physical supports, and we promote several types of campaigns addressing specific problems of behavior in sport, bullying, racism, and I have here an example to show you from our last, from one recent campaign that was presented in the national television and also social media of federations and ourselves. I call your attention for the language of the campaign, but it was really intentional to be this way.
Aprendi com meu pai que o árbitro é ladrão e a mãe dele é uma prostituta. Aprendi com a minha mãe que os jogadores da outra equipa merecem morrer. Aprendi com o meu tio que ser um bom adepto é beber até cair. Aprendi com o meu avô que dizer palavrões faz parte do jogo. Aprendi com o meu padrinho que um jogador preto deve ser chamado de macaco.
Malta que eles no desporto levam a aplicação de conteúdos violentos e discriminatórios. Não sejam bullying pela cara. Não ensine ninguém a ser.
So this campaign addresses the theme of bench bullies. How do I get back to here? projects that we had the opportunity to present in previous European Fair Play Movement Congress. For example, the white card and fair play card was presented in Riga in 2015 and the midterm results in Vienna in 2021. The ethics flag was presented in I believe in 2017. And today I will present you one very recent pilot project that we are developing that is entitled From Training to Competition. So, just a brief reminder of the White Card Fair Play Card project, that it completes 10 years next year, and it's a pedagogical resource that recognizes and highlights good behavior in sport. Until last year, we had 85 adhering entities with 24 national federations, including Football Federation, Motorbike Federation, 24 national federations, 22 football associations, and the other 35 entities are municipalities, non-profit organizations, sports in school, and foundations. It involves 27 sports modalities, both collective and individual, including sports dancing, handball, equestrian, 27. And more than 5,500 white cards were shown until the end of the 2023 sports season. The other project that we already shared or presented in the European Fair Play Movement Congress, it's the ethics flagship. That is a certification process of ethical values in sport. It can be applied by any type of entity, schools, municipalities, federations, clubs, and so on. And it's for to certify the work that these entities have been doing in the promotion of ethical values through sport. Until last year, we had more than 2,000 entities that already applied for the ethics flag, with more 5,000 submitted applications and more than 1,600 issued certifications. This certification is given by the Portuguese Institute of Sports and Youth, and it can be a stamp for initiatives and projects, and literally a flag for entities and departments. When they promote their activities, if they have a project or an initiative that has the stamp, they can use the stamp of the ethics flag. If they have a certification for department or entity, they can put the flag outside the field or wherever they want. This project starts to receive applications on 2019, and we are giving this year, next November, the first special ethics flags award with the golden flag, the silver flag, and the bronze flag that we will present it to the entities that are certified for 4, 3, or 2 years with no interruption with this certification. So, this pilot project that we entitled From Training to Competition is very recent. In fact, we started to working 1 year and a half ago. And it begins because the Institute works with a net of universities and higher education institutes that study at the investigation level questions related to ethics in sport, values in sport, and fair play. And one of those institutes, the Higher Education Institute in Leiria, city in the center of Portugal, pays specially attention to the problem of pressure put in children and youngsters to compete or to be selected to compete at the high level. And also with the impact that the mediatic impact of the high performance competitions has on youngsters and their families. So we've been studying together or analyzing together problems or the risks related to early talent detection and selection processes. And in 2022, after the pandemic, we organized together an international congress to reflect and draw some conclusions on the subject. The conclusions of the seminar were spread by all the sports federation and associations that we have in Portugal, and we launched the challenge to make or to draw some strategy to address this issue. We had very positive feedback from the Portuguese Skating Federation and the Tennis Table Federation, and with those two federations and 5 more football associations from districts in Portugal, we starting a work group that worked for a year, and draw some models of addressing classification and non-classification in collective and individual sports in order to ensure that the risks related to this process of early talent detection may be reduced or even mitigated. On the same side, there are also this process have also risks related to this process of pressure to stimulate inadequate behaviors and bad education, not only in athletes, but other sports agents, namely families and other educators of young athletes, including coaches. So this is the context where this project was brought up and starts to develop. Oops, wrong button. So the models that were developed addresses two possibilities. Pedagogical models with classification and pedagogical models without classification. This means that in the competitions or in the encounters where these models can be used, classification can still be present, or there will be no classification at all. But if the classification is present, one of the pilot projects that is already occurred. And this season, 24-25, the Oporto Football Association is also considering and studying the possibility to implement in their competitions the model that was tested last season in Castelbrano. As you know, maybe you don't know, Oporto Football Association is the second biggest football association in Portugal. The models without classification means that there are no results and no classification. The game in a collective sport occurs, how many goals or points are scored, they are not relevant, and the result is not publicized, nor the classification of the teams. There are no first and there are no last. There are just teams playing in the encounter. So all this framework can be has to be adapted according to the futures needs and potential of the modality. I next have some examples, but if it's applied in football, it's quite different from being applied in, for example, speed skating. That is one of the modalities that the Skating Federation is considering to adopt for these models. So, just to tell you, the Lisbon Football Association is the biggest football association that we have in Portugal. Tried last season this model without classification in two different ages. The ages up to 8 years that we call Traquinas, and the ages up to 10 years that we call Benjamins, because the strategy is to start. It's an educational strategy that it starts with the young ones, and as they move up to older ages, the model goes with them. When the children that are now 10 years goes to the next phase, up to 12, the model goes up with them. This is, I have here 3 examples of the possibilities of application of the models. This is one possibility for individual modalities with opposition, for example, fencing, or badminton, or tennis, with behavioral and technical aspects within the sector. The example here is given in points, but it can be given in time or something like that. This model considers also in behavioral aspects the behavior of athletes, the behavior of other sports agents, namely coaches, managers, and staff, and the behavior of parents and spectators. And we have made several simulations, and one